Alright. Back with this. Yep. Ah, camera, please. Nice pathing. Of course, saying camera, please in this game is basically blaming yourself. Because you are in charge of the camera. If I had gotten the prop flight in that any percent run, it probably would have been an actual PB. Instead, I unlocked both doors like a nerd. I probably should have just tried the prop flight again after the first one. This sure is not a short animation. And the animation of the door, of the key opening the door is over 10 seconds long. Not which category I was doing for a second there. Really wish you could jump through. Oh, how about I pick up the ticket? How about I pick up the ticket? I wish I could just jump through. don't even have to jump up into the dome to hit that switch. There's actually a trophy/achievement in this level for getting out into the large world before you're supposed to. It's called Early Escape, I believe. And the trophy/achievement's flavor text mentions doing it with the key. I did it without the key. By accident. I did it just by jumping on some trees. I was a little confused at first when it said using the key. I was like, what key? I was like, oh, that key. Come on. I think that is the way you're supposed to do it, to hold it out in front of you like that. Instead of just walking by it holding it close to you, but I found that to be a little bit comfier. Not that time. Doing small green. Pick up the key. Oi. Oh my gosh. Was really not good. Open the door, good God. The key needs to be bigger. Hey, Katsumo! Where did the key fall? Oh, in the corner there. God dang it. Yeah, I recorded a 1219 any percents earlier, which I think is not quite as good as my PB. I don't know if I posted to the Twitter about my first any percent run. I was just practicing offline and actually somehow put a run together. It was quite bizarre. First run I finished of this category was, you know, miles better than the run I did at Fleet Fest. Well, that's what I'm saying. The first any percent run was not a PB, most likely. It was still not quite as good as the run I did by accident. Dang it. Yeah, GDQ submissions close tomorrow, and I work tomorrow. Vicious combination. So I'm kind of trying to get good, submission runs. I'll, you know, re-record. Oh, come on. Oh, are you kidding me? What is wrong here? Gee, many crickets. Get good submission runs recorded. That was not good at all. For this, had a, you know, that 1219 any percent is certainly good enough to record commentary over and submit. This, Monsters Playroom, Thomas was alone, and I'm going to also submit PUP Epilogue and Mulak. I still feel like those are great GDQ games. So far, GDQ has not seemed fit to agree, but I will put them on the feed one more time. Yeah, this run isn't... That's not the split. That's the split. This run is not going that well. Yeah, It's funny, I have regular status on the GDQ Discord, even though I don't really post there all that often. I have thought about it, because how can I not think about it? That maybe they wouldn't select me again because I'm rather outspoken about certain issues on Twitter. And to be quite honest, if that was their stance, which I don't believe it is, but if that was, I would understand. I would get it. It honestly wouldn't even bother me. Well, it would bother me a little, but not like, oh, how could you do this to me, bother me. And it wouldn't change how I operate. But like I say, I don't believe that to be the case. They punch up. They only, at least so far, have only had a history of getting upset at people who punch down. Yeah, of all the games I ran at Fleet Fest, Rain is probably going to be the last one I return to, just because it's such a sleepy game, really. I love it. It's a great game. Don't get me wrong, but it's not the most pulse-pounding game. This game, especially the any percent category, Glitchless not so much. This game gets the juices flowing a little bit. Some really quick, cool movements in this game. Better not be... Okay. Better not be too far away from the house. I don't think it is. Well, think about the game that I ran at ATQ 3 years ago now, First Light. It's a deliriously fast-paced game. You know, it's made by a AAA studio. That certainly doesn't hurt. It's got the name appeal. And it's, neon, bright colors and all that. And, the fast pace, the visual appeal, the name appeal, I think those things really go into what they're looking for. Even though it's a PlayStation game and they don't do hardly any PlayStation games at GDQ. Hello, Natalie Smith. Welcome. Yeah, Rain's a cool game. It's one of those games that's going to be lost when the PS3 online store goes dark, and that makes me very sad. Natalie, this is Maquette. It is a first-person puzzle game with some very cool speedrun tricks that you're not really going to see in this run because this is the glitchless category, but still. It's kind of been described as, I took the longest possible way to get here. It's kind of been described as Superliminal meets Florence. It's sort of got a indie romantic comedy kind of story line to it. And puzzles are all about worlds that nest together. Like you see, I've gone from a small version of this to a bigger version to a very, very big version of this. That's what allows me to enter this area. That drops the gate behind me, but also the even bigger one out there. And you don't see it there, but an even smaller one in the dome behind me. And it's just a very... Puzzles are kind of trippy. It's a very cool game. And... Have I explained the 2-for-1 to you, Katsuma? The 2-for-1 is kind of my pet speedrunning idea for this game. It theoretically would work with any game. Right. But it's especially fitting for this game. It might be too far away. That might be Rip Run. Well, the 2-for-1 is, it's not about a leaderboard category. It's just about submitting for marathons, like the one that's accepting applications now, where the biggest problem is an awkward way of putting it, but problem that I see with a lot of speedruns at marathons, definitely GDQ, but even smaller events too, is you see a runner doing their game, and they do some huge skip. This is Rip Run, I'm pretty sure. And you just kind of have to... we'll see. They say, oh, clipping through the wall there saves 5 minutes. You skip this and this and this and this and this. Hey, okay, not Rip Run. And you just kind of have to take their word for it. You don't really know. You certainly don't have any first-hand experience of it. The 2-for-1 is basically doing a glitchless run and then doing a glitched run, an any percent run, to show off the power of the skips. And it really works well for this game because the skips are very dramatic. You saw I did a little glitch exhibition of this game at Fleet Fest. I think you saw that. And the runs for the two different categories are both pretty short. You could do both, a practice runner who's very good at both could probably do a 2-for-1 in a 40-minute estimate. And plenty of games get that much time at GDQ, and certainly at smaller marathons. If I was to submit it right now, I would probably have to do more like 50 minutes. But I'm still going to do it. I want to get that idea in front of the selectors eyes, bring it to their attention. I think it's an idea that has a lot of legs, and everyone else on the Discord for this game is completely pooping on it. So it's me or it's nobody. I think so too, Natalie. People are like, oh, nobody wants to see the same game twice. And, I mentioned that, one of the things I mentioned was Tomato Angus, as he was known on GDQ. His actual Twitch name is Tomato Anus. I think you understand why they didn't really want that name on their stream. He did Fallout Anthology, Fallout 1, 2, 3, 4, may have even done New Vegas. And that was like one runner doing several games, several runs, as one quote-unquote run. And while I realize that this is not Fallout in terms of familiarity, it is a PlayStation Plus game. A lot of people have this game, a lot of people didn't know this game. And just, even if you don't know the game, just seeing the glitchless run, seeing the full puzzle solutions for anything, and then seeing how almost all of it can be skipped, I think is really compelling. Yeah, it's theoretically an idea that would work for any game, but some games have like a 3-hour glitchless. It's this way. And, that wouldn't really work so well as a speedrun marathon thing. But this game, the recce for any percent is 7 minutes. The glitchless is 24 minutes. So, like I say, a practice runner who's very, very good at both could easily, maybe even 35. I was going to say 40. Like I say, it certainly helps that the skips for this game are as dramatic as they are. That helps a lot too. You wouldn't want to do like skip the cutscene, please. You wouldn't want to do like, I don't know, Super Mario Brothers, where all you do is just wholesale skip levels. Although, same idea, I guess. Wholesale skip levels via fully intended mechanics or pipes. Wrong way. Where am I going? I'm going this way. Honestly, another game it would work really well with, I guess people are kind of aware of, the silliness of some of these full-on any percents, but, is it 2 Worlds 1 or 2 Worlds 2, where the any percent is like 2 minutes long? I go the wrong way again. Dang it. And obviously, Legend of... I did that last time too. Legend of Zelda Link to the Past has like a 2-minute any percent as well. Those runs are, especially Link to the Past, those runs are a little bit more just known on their own. So, I don't know if they would really work for a 2-for-1. Plus, they skip so much that it might not even hit home, even after having seen the glitchless, or in Link to the Past case, NMG run, just precisely all what was being skipped. It's basically the entire game. So maybe there's just like a sweet spot for, dramatic magnitude of skips that this game hits. Yeah, the first any percent run I completed tonight was 1540. That's not great. I think I will submit to marathons with a 15-minute estimate, though. And this one, I guess, is going to have to be 35. I was hoping I could get it at 30, but not just yet. Want to highlight that 1219 any percent run just to see exactly how I got the gateways finish as quickly as I did. I didn't even jump to the top of the little building inside the small dome. I was trying to jump up there, and then I heard the little chimes playing for the level exit having spawned, so yeah, okay. Aren't you? Holy crap, that took way too long. Like, this 34-minute PB I have now is 11 minutes off of world record for this category. Like, where the hell are 11 minutes? I could see maybe 5 or 6. Definitely there somewhere. Alright, Natalie, thanks for stopping by. I intend to have a blast.
That's when it became.
That might be too steep.
You didn't tell me you wrote your number in it. I mean, this is like the best day I've ever had.
Me too.
Kind of freaky because this is the only time you hear the characters speak in the speedrun. Is this little echoey part here. Okay, that's definitely too steep. So last time we got this far that it always looks too steep when it's not. That was too steep. This might also be too steep.
You do know what the word secret means, right?
Bud rockers! Not too steep, but pretty close. You've had Fuddruckers?
We're not just friends, are we?
I don't know what that means. You've had Fuddruckers. I can tell you where I picked up Fuddruckers. You'll either guess it immediately or never guess. One of the two. It's a burger place? Really? Oh, damn. That is not what I know it from. So you might be more of a never guess it then. Huh. Well, that's probably where what I'm thinking of got it from. I got it from Marge Simpson. There's one episode of the show, I forget the context or which episode it is, where she minces her swear by saying, "Those Fuddruckers." Yeah, I fell in 3 times there in my quote-unquote PB, so that's why we have such a large time save there. There's another Marge Simpson swear I'm rather fond of. Nutty Fudgekins. Can we even do this? No, we really can't. And that was a super bad idea. Let's do this. Yeah, I certainly haven't watched a new episode in at least 15 years. But I remember Fuddruckers and Nutty Fudgekins. Which door is open? Phuket, Thailand. There it is. And kind of a trick to this one is you gotta move the dome back to the building you're in. I guess this is gonna have to be close enough. This is not really all that close, but it'll have to do. Or you hit the switch. Otherwise, you don't have much of a chance. Okay, that's a little weird, but I think it's alright. And we are... Where are we? We're in here? Oh! Yeah! I was like, what happened? That was weird. Red, green, pink, orange. Yeah, I really gotta see if these are the same every time. They might be. Orange, pink, orange, red, pink. That actually does sound familiar. Ah! Where's the rock formation? Where is it? Am I tripping? I might be tripping. Yep, I was tripping. There it is. I was getting a little ahead of myself. Well, that's an improvement.